This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewers' discretion is advised. When this no-name sheriff attempted to call out LeBron James, I said, isn't this the same no-name sheriff that would not discipline his officers that took those very disturbing photos of Kobe Bryant and that was spreading them around? Is this the same sheriff? We as black people, I'm talking to every black person, this is black people around the world if you're listening. Just because someone asks you a question does not mean that you have to answer them. If any person out there has ever been arrested, ever watched any cop shows on television, one thing you know that you do not have to speak. You have the right to remain silent. Just because this no-name sheriff who's trying to make himself famous off of these athletes, because first was Kobe Bryant, now it's LeBron James. You don't have to give him a response or a reply. So when these people come at you and push these cameras in your face, they are really trying to get a reaction out of you instead of a response. Because the questions that they're going to ask you in the manner in which they will ask you these questions, it is to antagonize you. I mean, how much money does the police department get? And how much do they steal? Let's go and admit, we know these cops steal. They go into these drug houses and they steal money from the drug dealers. And even the money that is not stolen, where does that money go? The money that the sheriff's office get for housing these prisoners, where does that money go? The funding that you get already, where does that money go? You have more than enough funds. Why haven't this sheriff made a plea to all of his fellow deputies and say, hey, let's kick in and raise up this reward amount so maybe people will turn this guy in? But see, people have to realize, who is allowing this cop to say these stupid things? Who are the ones that are allowing these cops to continue to do the things that they do? No one can stop them, and no one shoots cops for just no apparent reason. There are these different gangs that they have on the police force that they refuse to talk about. But there are gangs on the police force, and they have gang hits as well. And why would this person just walk up? And I don't care if they're talking about these cops only been on the force for a short amount of time. It was like haven't even a year and a half, I guess. But still, I know cops, when they hit the streets, they come out being assholes and antagonize people. And I'm going along with the scenario that these cops were gang members. You have female gang members as well as. And why is it that these Hispanics always seem to come at us like these white racists come at us? So this black and brown coalition is all fake, because most Hispanics do not like black people. You have some Hispanics that's cool, they're not with all that stupidity. But the majority of Hispanics do not like black people. And this stupid sheriff might say that he has black people in his family. If he does, it's some stupid black woman like Candace Owens. If there's a black woman in a family of races, she's a black woman like Candace Owens. So this charade that these people are trying to use on black people, say, man, stop letting these people come up in your face with a microphone, asking you questions. We need to learn how to move in silence. You have to tell everybody what you're going to do, what you're about to do, your plans. Why would you do that? Knowing that people are here to throw a monkey wrench in your plans, so to speak. I'm praying that LeBron James just won't address it. When they ask him about it, he should say, hey, man, I'm not going to address that. And if they press on and say, hey, man, well, look, the interview is over, and walk off. They can't make you stay there and answer these damn questions because they are leading questions. They are questions that are designed to entrap you. They are not questions designed, because let's be honest, a lot of people just don't like LeBron James. You have a lot of sports fanatics, man, that just don't like LeBron James for whatever reasons. And it's really sports related because they don't know the man personally. All of these philanthropists that they have in Los Angeles, why don't they come to them about chipping in on this reward money? So that's why I'm saying is like this Hispanic cop, he's trying to make himself known or famous. I suspect eventually he's going to try to run for mayor or something. He's going to try to use it to say, I took on LeBron James and all these people. And that's why I'm saying these people are not in line or in tune with black people. The things that are happening on the streets is because of the people that are protecting these cops. They have created this atmosphere that you see on the streets now. It's not going to get better. And people say, oh, we need to, because you can never get rid of this system. I mean, unless you just take down the whole system. But thinking you can tweak it, there's no tweaking this system. Leadership starts at the top. You got to follow the money. Whoever has a majority of the money in this game, that's the one who runs it. That's the one, because what good are the police or the sheriff, any of those departments? What good are they? They don't prevent anything. They don't prevent anything. What person have they actually saved that another person couldn't have saved in the same incident? He just happened to be there. How many houses have they prevented from being broken into? Cops don't come till afterwards. You call them afterwards. And if they would just allow citizens to handle the business, we don't even need the cops. Because they're going to go out and do the same thing, go kill somebody. At least I have a real legitimate reason for killing somebody because they stole something from me or took something from me or whatever it was. But you kill them because that's your job. Your job is to kill people that steal from me. Hey, man, it's not going to get any better because of cops like this who hate to hold cops accountable. Just like you want all the community to come in and point out these bad guys, why come you don't get the cop community to pitch in and single out these bad cops on the force? Why don't you do that? Why don't somebody bring that to the sheriff's attention? Have a reward for cops that expose bad cops. But I know you're not going to do that because probably won't be about 10 people left on the police force. So my advice would be to not even address this clout-chasing immigrant coon cop who looks to eradicate black people. You see that cops are constantly getting shot. I heard what I read yesterday that they got the guy that was in this standoff with the cops, but they used these robots to get him. So that's a thing that we have to look out for people in the future. It's like in that movie Stargate, when they would come out in those aircraft and shoot at the people, make them bow down. And they're going to try to use these robots and drones against us. That's what they're going to use to kill us. But guess what? We have little smarts too. And we can build these drones and robots and different type of scanners and detectors as well. But we don't have to telegraph and just let everybody know our every move. We need to start moving in silence. He who knows don't tell, and he who tells don't know.